All right, let's get to the Minnesota situation. So the police officer who shot 20-year-old Daunte Wright has resigned. All right, Kimberly Potter on the force in Brooklyn, Minnesota for 25 years. She's out. Now, her explanation is that she grabbed her gun instead of her taser. All right. I don't believe that Kimberly Potter woke up in the morning and said, I'm going to go out and shoot an African American. That would be suicide to do that, because Kimberly Potter could be charged with involuntary manslaughter. Involuntary manslaughter. She could be charged. Whether she will be or not, I don't know. But she could be. So Officer Potter, former Officer Potter, basically said she made a mistake. And if you look at the tape that came off her vest cam, and I've looked at it very closely, she seems overly excited. And it looks to me like her adrenaline took over and she fired her weapon without even thinking. All right, whether she thought it was a taser or what, I don't even know. She was yelling taser. But, you know, as I said, it's a pretty big difference between a pistol and a taser. But anyway, I'm not going to do that because I just don't know her state of mind. I do know that this 20-year-old, Daunte Wright, should be alive today. Because when you stop someone, all right, and you run him in the computer, which is what the police did, all right, and he tries to escape, well, you know where he lives. You know about him. Okay, now you can choose to chase him, but shoot him? No, not on a traffic stop. And furthermore, the police knew that Mr. Wright had an outstanding warrant for a weapons charge. Now, you're never going to hear that in the mainstream media. They will never tell you that. But he was supposed to appear in court for having a legal pistol, and he didn't show up. There was a warrant out on him. Now, that makes his situation a lot more serious than just an expired tag. Again, the media will not report that. They refuse to tell you the truth. I'm not justifying anything as far as Mr. Wright's concerned. I'm an officer on the scene. He flees, all right? I make a decision on whether to chase him. I never shoot him unless he's got a weapon and is shooting me. Because I know if I do and he's unarmed, my whole life's over, as is former Officer Potter. Her whole life is done. All right, so the reaction to this, and the police chief, by the way, in Brooklyn, Minnesota, Tim Gannon, he has to resign. He's out. The city manager is out. And neither the city manager or Chief Gannon did anything wrong. But they have to be sacrificed for the mob. The mob is there in Minnesota. All right? And the mob wants blood. Pardon the pun. Okay, so there is a curfew in place. Governor Walz, 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. Last night, I'll show you some pictures here, the crowd did not obey the curfew. And it wasn't a terribly violent confrontation, but the police scattered the crowd before it could get out of control. 40 people arrested overnight. All right, the Minnesota National Guard is there, 500 guards people, and 13 arrested in Minneapolis, which is about 12 miles away from Brooklyn. So Minneapolis, they're waiting for the George Floyd verdict, and if it doesn't go their way, they'll riot in Minneapolis. This is all pre-planned. The Black Lives Matter people have pre-planned what they're going to do. Okay? Just reporting the facts.